That was one hell of a game. The Tennessee Titans pull it off 34-31 over the Buffalo Bills. All credit to the Tennessee defense. I think they're the story of the game. And as Marco, I'm sure he's jumping for joy right now as I wait for him to join me. That it was just from the start, the defense controlled what Buffalo could and couldn't do. Josh Allen seemed frustrated, although he was able to throw for over 300 yards. It just seemed like there was always a response, and there was always a response with that defense of the Tennessee Titans to keep the Buffalo Bills at bay. There was a lot of punts that you didn't expect. They had a drive where they had negative yards in the first quarter. I mean, they were able to do things against this Buffalo offense that teams haven't been able to do this season. Majority of the teams haven't been able to do since Pittsburgh, and we know Pittsburgh is a quality offense. But you hold them to a punt on their first drive of the fourth quarter. You're able to go march downfield, get the touchdown to take the lead, and then that last drive, like you saw at the goal line. I don't know if I want to, man. I don't know if that's the play I call under center with Josh Allen. I think you go ahead and if you want to run with Josh Allen, I think you have to go in shotgun or some modified shotgun pistol formation to go ahead and really get his momentum going, because he had his feet slipped right from out under him, and the defensive line was able to just swallow him up. He wasn't able to get any momentum. Josh Allen's a bigger dude. Yeah, he's a little bit agile, but we saw him take a dive to pick up that try to pick up that first down the play before. But I just felt like you need to get his legs moving. You saw he could take off. He could run right by you once he gets a full head of steam. I just felt like them in shotgun right before the play got stopped. I think that was it. Run either RPO. You have a running back lead, and you have Josh Allen jump right over the pile. He was able to do it earlier. He almost had the first down the play before, like I said. But it was. I don't even think he picks it up if he keeps his feet under it. I feel like it was going to be stuffed regardless of what Josh Allen did, regardless of even if he had his feet under him. I think he gets stuffed by the defensive lineman, and the Tennessee Titans are going to win this game. I like the play to stay with Josh Allen. I don't like the play design. I get you're close, but just with Josh Allen and the way that Buffalo was, the defense or Buffalo offensive line was just kind of pushing that defensive line back in that last drive. I felt like getting Josh Allen a full head of steam headed forward would have been better. Like, the guy was willing to put his body on the line the play before. Why wouldn't you think he'd try to jump over the pile? The very next play. I mean, get him going towards that line of scrimmage, get him some momentum, and let him either lower his shoulder or go up over the top. They didn't do that. They chose under center, and I didn't think that was the best choice for the Buffalo Bills. But Tennessee Titans, let's go over there, because that is a lot to talk about them. This is a hell of a win at home for the Titans. And, give credit to Ryan Tannehill. He did throw a pick early, but he was able to take control of the game, take what the defense of the Buffalo Bills was giving him. And, he really benefited off of Derrick Henry's performance. 20 carries, 143 yards, another 3 touchdown game for Henry. He had 130 yards last week and 3 touchdowns. He averaged tonight 7.2 a carry. He was just gashing. It was very big runs when Derrick got the ball. It wasn't there weren't it wasn't many times where he got stuff. I felt like he was I felt like he got better. It felt like a game 2 years ago in Baltimore, in the muck, in the rain, where the Titans ended up running over the Baltimore Ravens in overtime. In that game, it was back and forth. You had Lamar leading the Ravens down to I believe it was to take the lead, if I'm not mistaken, or tie it. And then you had Derrick Henry coming back downfield with a 20-yard run to win the game. I felt like it was that type of a game again tonight, just with the Buffalo Bills and Josh Allen. it's a rough one. I feel like the Bills, they left a lot out there. Like I said, they got pretty much outmatched. It was outcoached, outmatched. Like there was a good coaching, but from both sides. But I felt like Tennessee right now, Mike Vrabel were able to just do enough to contain Josh Allen, force him to make a mistake, get enough pressure on him to where he's uncomfortable. Like they kept saying on the broadcast, they kept flushing him out to his left, trying to design pressure to his right side, so he had to roll left and keep that arm on the inside, so it's harder for him to get the ball downfield. He'll have to swivel, he'll have to shift his entire body, get his hips over, make the throw, and make an accurate throw, hoping that he doesn't get picked off. But I felt like Josh Allen was under duress. He did have let's go ahead and look at his stats, because it was, you look at it, he had 3 touchdowns, 1 interception, but it just seemed to me like there was an answer every single time they needed. You felt like the Buffalo Bills were going to go ahead and take command of this game. The Tennessee Titans answered, and they were able to go ahead and set them. The biggest one, I feel like the biggest play was that interception that Josh Allen threw that set the Tennessee Titans up on the 11-yard line of the Buffalo Bills. And it was, look, 7 points. You got a 3-point win. You're down to another 7 points. This is a Buffalo victory, but it wasn't that. It wasn't so. They gave it up. They weren't able to convert late. Like I said, I felt like Josh Allen with a head of steam picks that up. Even an RPO, even a read, something like that. I just don't like under center at that moment. I felt like you had momentum. I felt like they were coming back. I felt like you could have got that offensive line going forward enough to where Josh Allen could go ahead, find a hole, and then make his decision at where he wants to go, if he's going to go over the top or if there's space to go ahead and take more if able to. It is what it is. I think Tennessee, deserves a hell of a lot of credit. The defense deserves a hell of a lot of credit, and you have to, of course, Derrick Henry. A.J. Brown, 91 yards on 7 receptions. Julio Jones, 3 for 59. You didn't see Julio a whole bunch in that second half. I wonder what's going on there. Nick Westbrook, Keeney, 3 receptions, 27 yards. It was interesting at the end of the game where you have a Tennessee team. You have a Tennessee offense headed down. You saw how the Buffalo was. Like, Buffalo was just on their backs, dog tired. And I mentioned at halftime, if Derrick Henry gets more carries, and he only had 9, they kicked it up a couple there in the second half. He only had 2 more than he had in the first. They were just able to go ahead and just run right over the Buffalo Bills defense. And you saw the exhaustion there late at that last drive. Ryan Tannehill was just, like I said, he wasn't masterful. He did his job. He did his job well. And he didn't commit any more turnovers after that interception. And look what happens. Tennessee's a dangerous team when Derrick Henry could do what he could do, what he does, like he did today. 143 yards, 20 carries. You get him the touches that he needs, and it opens a lot up. There was a lot of big plays. There wasn't a lot of big plays for touchdowns. There was a lot of big play, third down conversions. There was a lot of big plays downfield when they needed it the most. And you got to give credit. It was all Derrick Henry. They have to go ahead and play that run. They have to be smart to play that run, because he will run right by you. He had that 60 or 76-yard run is the fastest run in the NFL this year. He's I guess, top speed-wise, it's the fastest run in the NFL this year, and that belongs to Derrick Henry on that 76-yard run. So, a couple of big plays really got the Buffalo Bills today. That interception that set them up for the second touchdown by Derrick Henry, and then also that the big one, the first one. And I really think that's the one that got the Tennessee Titans really believing that they could, really take this game. Even though it was at home, the Buffalo Bills are a contender, man. Like, they're a Super Bowl contender, no doubt. It was a struggle. It was a real battle. Like, they, give Josh Allen some credit as well. He, like I said, over 300 yards, 3 touchdowns. He responded after his interception. So, you just asked for a good game on Monday night, and I think we got one. Actually, we've gotten quite a few this year on Monday and Thursday night. we've got some great games. So this one was no different than the ones that we've seen so far this year. Some of I think the only one was that Panther Texan game where I really was just like, I don't really want to watch this game whatsoever. But so far, the rest of them have been really, really good. All right, guys, I'm Ivan Vargas. Looks like Marco has to take care of the little one. But I'm Ivan Vargas, going to wrap things up here for the Monday Night Football Show. We'll see you later.